The problem isn't your makeup. The problem is actually the makeup brushes that you are using. So, welcome back to another episode of Makeup in Your 30s. What's changed? One of the things that has changed for me personally is that I have started to invest in a real makeup brush collection. Before, kind of was winging it. I was using a lot of a beauty blender most of the time, and no shade with that. Like, you guys should definitely do that, but I just feel like as I have evolved in my makeup journey, I have invested money in some good makeup brushes, because one thing that I realize is that it's not necessarily the makeup itself, it's how you apply it, what techniques you're using, and especially what brushes you're using. First, I want to talk about foundation brushes. Invest into a good foundation brush. You're going to save a lot of your product if you have a really good foundation brush. You want to be able to have a foundation brush that doesn't soak up the product so much, so you're using less of your foundation, and therefore you're, having your foundation last a lot longer. So the first one is this Rose and Ben beauty brush. So Rose and Ben, if you don't follow her, she's amazing. I have learned so many like makeup techniques from her. So shout out to Rose and Ben, but she has like a makeup brush brand called Rose and Ben Beauty. They make exclusively makeup brushes, and this is their, I'll have to look up which one this is, but it's their foundation brush. I like it because it's dense and it's angled, so it really, can get a good surface area. This has been really my go-to for a very, very long time. So I definitely recommend you pick up and check out the rest of her makeup brush collection. And then I just bought this. This one is the Refer LC02 brush. So this is part of their synthetic brush line. I just love how versatile this is. It's literally like the Makeup by Mario F2 or F4 brush, where it's like dual-ended. You can use this for foundation, or you could use it for any type of cream product like cream bronzer or cream blush. I love the roundness of it. It feels really soft. This was an excellent pickup in my opinion. So I'm including this in the foundation brushes, but this is truly foundation, blush, and bronzer brush. So if you want a brush that is versatile, this is definitely one. Moving on to powder brushes. So I have two. I have a small one that I usually use for under the eye if I wanted to do more concentrated powder. But lately I've been using this one. This is from the Sephora Pro Makeup Brush line, the number 59. I've been really loving this, just covering all over my face for powder. This one is the Real Techniques one. I've had this for years. I don't even know what this is called. It just says setting brush, but basically this is the shape. It's fluffy, it's round, it's not too dense, it feels soft. I exclusively usually use this under the eyes here, just to give like more concentration of the powder, if you will. If you really wanted just one brush, I would definitely get this one, because you could set your under eyes with this and then the rest of your face. I find that this is good for under eyes, but the rest of your face, you might have to spend a longer time. This just covers more surface area, so you could get it done quicker with this. All right, moving on to blush brushes. So I have obviously the one that I spoke about for liquid blushes, but these are the other brushes that I use for my cheeks as well. So this is the Refer 5 brush. I recently got this one. This one is really good just for powder blushes. I really like how soft it feels. You could concentrate it if you want by patting it. But so far I've been going back to this one. The one that I was using before it got kicked off was the Shoto 5 from Refer. This is also really good for diffusing like around the edges too. I feel like this doesn't leave harsh lines compared to like the other brush, but this one, as long as you're like light-handed, you'll be fine. Another one, this one. If you're gonna buy any one brush from Refer, I highly recommend brush 38. This has been a brush that was marketed to me as a brush that fills in the gaps of your makeup brush collection, and I cannot agree more. This can be used as your highlighter brush, so like this. It can be used as a contour, so you could literally use this for like your contour or your powder bronzer. I find that I could also use this to blend out cream products. So cream blushes also can be blended out with this. It's just so versatile. I also like how small it is, so I can like put it up in the pockets of my eye. So when you're like me, you have asymmetrical eyes. I don't do a lot of eye makeup. I do a lot of just like washes of color over my eye just to make my look cohesive. This works really well to do that. This could also go on the contour of your nose too. But I just find, just with the uniqueness of the shape, I don't have a brush that is like this. I never found a brush that is like this anywhere. I think that's why it's so unique to me, because of the shape, because it's just like this. See? All right, there's only one concealer brush that you need, and it's the Haus Labs one. I have tried so many different ones, but for some reason, the finish on this, the way it feels, again, sensory, I feel like this just does the trick. A lot of content creators have this, and there's a reason, because it actually works really well. So shout out Haus Labs. This is amazing. Eyeshadow brushes. I have gone through a lot of eyeshadow brushes, and for the most part, you could find a good eyeshadow brush from really any line, but I just find that from Refer, because of my eyes, I just like how tapered these ones are. This is from the Shoto Eye collection. Very diffusing. I like to use these for my nose contour. This one in particular, the real skinny one, I like to use under my eyes. So like here. And I also feel like this could do well on your crease if you just want to build it up. And then, I mean, these two are pretty similar. The only difference is the density. But they came in a set, and I will link the set in my shop my. All right, honorary mention for contour brushes. So I really like this one. Before I found this had been my contour brush, and I still will go back to this too. So this one is the Pro Contour 79 brush from Sephora Pro Brush Collection. I really like this for powder or for cream. So I find that both work. If it's cream or liquid, I just make sure to like work it into my brush first and then go in. This one has been my go-to contour brush. Last but definitely not least is a big fluffy bronzer brush. You can use this also, you've seen me too, I've used this for blushes too, but this one works really well as a powder brush or bronzer. This is actually the brush 50, which is marketed as a powder brush on Sephora's Pro Brush line. Oh my god, I don't know why I can't say that. I use this for contour, not contour, I'm sorry, bronzer. So it covers a lot of real estate. I feel like it's fluffy enough to where the lines are not harsh, and it's just been working out so well for me. So pick this up, number 50. And that's it. This is my whole makeup brush collection for my core makeup brush line. Again, you could shop this in my shop my. I linked it under makeup brushes. So you could shop all of these brushes on my shop my storefront. And if you have questions, or if you have other requests for, you know, next videos, or even just like recommendations for other types of brushes, let me know. But yeah, I love these.